Hey,
For God's sake.
Mike, man, can you tell me about this IMAX experience of yours? How is our lovely IMAX theaters nowadays?
You're going to send me the recording after this, aren't you? And then I'm going to
Absolutely,
post this up
absolutely.
today.
To be fair, this is my first time doing this. I saw the button on the thing, and I'm like, you know what, let me push that button, see what happens.
Okay, so we're going to backtrack the last 10 minutes, aren't we?
No. We're going to go fresh from right here. You went to IMAX for something. Can you give us a rundown, Mike? It'd be very nice to know.
All right, so here's the story to both of you who are listening this morning. And so we're doing, Mo and I are trying something a little different with the space heater. We're both on our phones, and Mo just decided to hit the record button. If you're familiar, all you spy types, and you're not going to use this technique for sure while trying to record a call. If you attempt to record a call generally on an iPhone, on any smartphone, I was about to say iPhone. I know you don't have one.
Google all day, baby.
Yeah, that's you. When you hit the record button, you'll hear the phone say you're now being recorded, essentially, just to tell both sides that this is happening. Which, by the way, is a line I hear when somebody's about to get killed off, too, in a movie. This is happening, right? And I lost my train of thought. Where was I supposed to go? Oh, yes. So what is this IMAX experience? Well, a friend and I decided to go see Scarlet, Mamoru Hosoda's latest film in an IMAX format. I think it's only out in IMAX, right?
They're really pushing the IMAX with this. Like, they're putting some effort behind it.
Good in that sense, but okay. So, quick overview of the movie, right? And my thoughts on it. And this is a very, very brief thought, I think, because I don't want to blow too much. You haven't seen it yet, right, Mo?
I have not seen it, but I don't know, man. I'm considering it. I might see it. Well, you tell me how you tell me saw.
All right, the way just speak in a general sense.
Absolutely, man. I want to hear about the whole experience. Apparently, IMAXs have changed nowadays, and they don't cost what they used to cost.
Yeah, maybe that. I wonder if that, like cost in what way? Like to make an IMAX? Are we talking in those terms?
No, not making it, because I don't think this is a movie that was made for IMAX. I think they're just releasing it on IMAX. Although I could be wrong on that. I haven't done any research on it.
Okay, I get it. So this is just one of those. It's kind of like taking an image and like a standard old school 4:3 image, and then stretching it out to 16:9 when it's not technically possible, or technically it shouldn't be done. Or something like that, or that concept. So trying to stretch it out onto an HD TV, a standard def image onto an HD TV, when it truly could never be HD. Not without redoing it.
I mean, what even is HD anymore? Are we like at 10K now, or 74K, or some bullshit?
Something like that. 10K, you're probably right. Maybe that's the Olympics, or it's in 3D. Okay, so we went to see Scarlet, which and I didn't watch the trailers, and I had only the faintest idea of its premise. I do know it is a take on Hamlet.
Wait, what?
That's what people said. People said it's a take on Hamlet. I don't know Hamlet that well.
Really?
Yeah. I have to at least read the synopsis again. I just don't remember it. Like my memory is selective at this stage, you know?
No.
Okay.
I'm about Scarlet being like Hamlet. How's Scarlet like Hamlet? How'd you know about that?
Well, that's like looking, just Googling it and people and what has already been said about it, right? Like apparently Hamlet's the inspiration for this movie, right? So it's meant to be a revenge tale of sorts, right? The titular character goes for revenge on her uncle who is now like she's a princess. Her uncle's now the king, who betrayed her father, the original king, and then that's the upshot. But the way she goes about, but the revenge basically takes place through time, space, and various worlds. Basically, and basically, she had technically failed her revenge because much of the story takes place in the underworld. She's dead.
Whoa. I'm guessing she dies early on. This isn't a big spoiler, is it?
No, it happens early on.
Okay.
She's dead. But let's just go with that. Let's just start from that point, and then how she goes about her revenge from that point. Okay. As I said, time and space. So in the other world, in the underworld, she meets the deceased from other eras and from other times and stuff. So that's how it ends up being a bit of a tale from that skips into different times and eras. So.
Did she learn any badass moves from them?
Huh?
Did she learn any badass moves from them? Like training from other time periods?
Short answer, not really. But she learns to rethink a lot of things in the process, right?
Oh man, I thought was there not more fighting?
There's still a good amount of fighting, I'd say. I mean, it's not Jujutsu Kaisen type stuff, but the fight scenes are pretty well done. Okay, so what do you want me to what parts do you want me to repeat of my thoughts on the movie, Mo?
I think that the audience would love to know your take on the artwork of this particular animation.
Visually, this was a feast for the eyes. Because I said to you a few minutes ago, I had never seen so many different animation techniques used in one feature, or much less a television show. Because that's the sense I got. Whether it's like a simple cell shades, more traditional styles of animation, different types of CG, the way things pan out, just everything about it. It's so visually stunning. It is a beautiful movie to watch. But I'm just singling out the visuals.
I was gonna say, but before we get too hard into the plot of this particular movie, do you think it'd be a recommendation for people to go see this in IMAX?
That's the only problem, and this is where I start to begin to have issues with it, because the premise is fine. The premise is formulaic, but I'm all for it sometimes, right? Most of the time, I'm for these premises. It always comes down to the execution. And I'm not totally sure how much I can speak to the technicalities of it, but I just go on simple feel. And what did I come away feeling? Did I feel drawn to the characters? Did I feel emotionally invested in what the characters did? In their success, whatever, right? And how their story plays out. Do I feel good? Do I feel good about them if they're the protagonist and they succeed, or if they're pure-hearted and do you cheer for them? Do you cheer for them if they're the good guy? Do you cheer for their downfall if they're the bad guy? Do you really, or more like, do you really cheer for it, right? And that's the issue I have with it. It's just, I couldn't feel invested in the characters. I didn't feel it.
Movies got no feelings?
That's subjective, I guess. That type of stuff is subjective. It's always the opinion of some. It's always open to opinion.
Okay, how about this? How about this? When you left, were you thinking to yourself, "That was awesome. I should see that again," or were you thinking to yourself, "That was a waste of time"?
Somewhere in between.
Come on.
No. It is somewhere in between. So let's flesh out exactly where in between, right? So, okay, how do I put this? You ask, okay, was it a waste of time? I didn't think of it as a waste of time. I enjoyed it for what it was. It's just, I just know the feelings will not, like the feelings from the story just don't linger. Is that a fair statement?
Absolutely, 100%. How about this?
Right? Like, by the way, I can't hear you. You're not talking, are you?
No, I wasn't talking. I thought you were going to say something. Go for it.
No. Give me your thought. How about this?
I was just going to say, on a scale of the other movies we've seen, such as Suzumiya, what do you think about that?
Or Suzume?
Yeah.
Okay, I would rate Suzume a little higher. But then again, in terms of where I rate Suzume as a Makoto Shinkai film, right?
Is that what's getting it? Is it the fact that it's this particular director who made this? Is that like the hang up? I know you made some stuff in the past. I mean, not everyone bats a hundred.
You're right. Nobody, not every swing hits. You can't get a home run every time. Just ask the Toronto Blue Jays.
I think that's too soon.
What do pitchers and catchers report? And you had the laugh track going. Way to go.
I also forgot I have a soundboard here, so
Oh, that's bad. Okay. Yeah, I think that's part of it. Okay. How many Mamoru Hosoda films have you watched?
I believe Summer Wars and The Girl Who Left Through Time, so 2.
Okay. I don't remember in my case, and I do have like a triple feature Blu-ray mini collection of some films. So maybe I should actually.
Is it still sealed? Is it still sealed?
It's still sealed.
Never open it. Never open it. In fact, put a second seal on it, and then encase it in carbon lucite, and then just hold on to it for 100 years.
So you believe in grading physical media too?
I mean, is that not what media is for? To be collected and held on to forever?
Very good. Very good. We're in that era, I suppose. Okay. So, yeah, I think that's part of the disappointment in all of this, right? It's so hyped up being one of Hosoda's latest, and not all of them hit the same way, right?
True. Very true.
I mean, Bell, Mirai, the two previous ones, those I know were well received. I haven't seen either of them.
They both got theatrical releases. I don't know how good it did in the box office, but I don't know. With this one, they're really pushing it. So I'm guessing the
critically, I know those were critically acclaimed. This will get overall positive reviews too. It's just, as I said, from my perspective, I just didn't come away feeling invested with the characters. Right? It's an okay story coming away like in its vacuum, in a complete vacuum. It was worth going to see. But
okay. How about that? How was the experience?
Yeah, the experience was still like it's an empty theater. It was an almost empty theater. There was only half a dozen people in this particular theater in the East End, right?
They all sat next to each other. What was up with that?
Yeah, we spread out, but yeah. What do I say about this? I'm just trying to form a good thought. Okay, let me put it this way. It's in IMAX. In most theaters, IMAXs cost more, right?
Yes, they do. They cost a lot more.
Yeah, and then maybe that's where it is. and maybe this is the bottom line on the issue. If you're a real Hosoda fan, you should watch. If you're an IMAX fan and will watch anything in IMAX, okay. But if, like, just from what I saw, and I didn't pay full price for the IMAX ticket.
Can you imagine if you had? What would that have been, like $300?
Yeah, maybe if for 2 tickets that would be almost $50, I think, for between 40 and 50.
No, hold on. It's like what?
For 2 tickets,
28 plus tax plus fees. You're looking at like $60, $70, man.
Well, I said 50. So if we have to go higher, this might underscore my point even more. Right.
Exactly.
I did not pay. I did not pay anywhere close to that for 2 tickets. And I'm glad it turned out that way. Is that a good answer?
That is a very good answer. A very good answer.
I'm glad I didn't pay the IMAX price.
I'm just saying it was a bit of a sticker shock, but yeah.
Oh, you sent me a Rotten Tomatoes link, right?
Yeah, I think it's reviewing pretty mid, 70 something.
Yeah, and that's like okay. I think the 73. The wiki entry I think rated it in the 60s. It's actually gone up, but for a 73 for a Hosoda film, I know for many would be considered disappointing. But I think that's an accurate depiction. I think that's an accurate number. Like 60, like I cannot put, I would put it at best mid 70s. I think that's a fair. If Suzume, at least I would at least minimum start in the high 70s, maybe just over 80.
True.
Right. So yeah, that's my take on Scarlet. That's the overview on Scarlet. I think you cheer for her.
I don't think it's going to be out for that long. I think it's going to be on in the rolls in a little bit.
You think it's like one of those weekend things or something?
It's going to be in, I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's going to be we're in February, so maybe the rest of the month, give or take.
The balance. So that's my take on. That's a take on Suzume, right? So that I guess that's one way to start. That's one way to look at it. I don't know. What else do you want me to say on it, though? Right?
Man, it's interesting. It's always nice when you see anime in theaters, but sometimes maybe not IMAX.
Well, I mean, IMAX is a treat, without a doubt, right?
Yes, for certain movies, absolutely. Sinners, that type of movie.
Well, I mean, as I said, visually, this is stunning. Visually, it's stunning, and you understand why they did the IMAX treatment. So to watch it in IMAX, it's still, it was still worth it in that sense. It's just you have to look at the whole, package in that sense. Like for me, try and look at the whole package as much as possible. But if you want to see the big visuals, there's a good possibility you could get quite blown away by it. Now, when you see some of those visuals, and this is not and as I said, I'm going to try and avoid as many spoilers as I could. Some of the visuals will kind of surprise you.
That's always fun. Mix it up a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, they really do mix it up in many ways. But as I said, you have to appreciate the whole package, right? In my case, I would say, if you don't have to pay full price for the IMAX tickets, you have points to use, whether it's through Or if you can get it if you can get the Cheapy Tuesday, do they do Cheapy Tuesdays on IMAX?
They do half price, which is still full price.
Which is still a fair amount. You have points in Canada. It's the Scene program. I don't know what's offered in the States.
Every theater has their own points loyalty system. It doesn't matter.
Cineplex has its own specific. Like Cineplex uses both Scene and a club. The Cine Club, I think they call it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Use that. That's the only way I can recommend the movie. If you have credits to burn in that sense, that's the only way I could really recommend the movie. Because I cannot in good conscience say pay full price to watch it. How's that for a quick review? Thank you very much. Yeah, check it in the mail.
Hey, this is fun. I think we should do this more often. It would be fun if we got Neil on here.
Yes. Well, he can only sometimes too, right? But that's what we're planning. Okay, so there's the TLDR version of a review on Scarlet without trying to get.
Join us next time for the full reviews.
Well, maybe if we've all seen, if more of us have seen it, we can flesh that out. But always when we do Space Heaters, it's always a chance to briefly talk about things we want to talk about with the others later on, right?
It's like a preview. It's like a preview to the.
It's a preview, and we preview what will be the next regular episode. So episode 99 in this case, right?
So close to that big number.
Okay, so is there something we want to just share right now about what's on our mind before we go today?
What do you got on your mind, Mike?
Okay. Well, I know Amy put up some posts about Viz and how they're heading up the.
I hear you, Mike. I think that should be a full-time episode topic.
So let's not go there yet.
Yeah, so we'll hint that it's something to do with brand loyalty and corporate greed and how everyone sucks at money stuff. I guess, but just we'll talk about it in full next time.
So you think we should just lump just push them into just like push the. That gag, you push a person into another person, into somebody else to trip them up. So let's just shove the person that is Viz into the complete douche that is Crunchyroll, right?
100%.
Okay, that's probably the best way to do that. I guess with that you already know where we're gonna go in the next episode. Hopefully hopefully we'll get a chance to tape on Friday the 13th.
Wait, the 13th? Wow.
Okay, so on the other stuff, do you want to talk about read and watch, since we always have a tradition of doing that as well?
I have been or have finished or halfway through Dr. Stone. Highly recommended. I'm on season 3 now. Very, very good.
So you and Amy are on the same wavelength in that sense.
I will say this. It was a hard start. I've watched the pilot episode a bunch of times over the years and just couldn't hit it. And then finally it connected. And next thing I know, I'm like 2 seasons deep and I'm like, this is a very good show. It's like a magic school bus. Every episode's like an education about science and shit. It's just pretty great.
Can we save a moment for Malcolm Jamal Warner when you say Magic School Bus? Because he had a voice in that. I think it picked the wrong one.
I think I picked the wrong one too, right?
People don't. Yeah, he played the producer character that was featured at the end of every episode, right?
True.
I mean, that was that was an underrated show back in the 90s, right? I think it was in the 90s. And there was always the gag. Lily Tomlin played the teacher. In real life, she never, during the course of the series, she never met the young actors who played her students.
She's in London, and they were in other places.
Yeah. I think they might have been Canadian based. I have to look up the story, but yeah, the kids recorded in a separate studio from Tomlin. So as far as I remember, in the course during the production of the actual series, they had never met. So I thought that was interesting too.
What you been reading and watching, Mike?
Okay, my current watch. Okay. Last night I did finish up. I finished up episode 6 of Demon Slayer Hashira training.
Wait, is that? Wait, hold on. Tell me what happened.
No, it's just right now. It's just training, and this is the last arc before Infinity Castle, right? So that's where we are.
You're almost there, Mike. You're almost there.
Yeah, I'm almost caught up. I'm almost caught up now. I think that's safe to say. So I'll give myself time to watch the last 2 episodes of that, and then figure out a way to eventually see the movie. I'll try to be legit.
I'm pretty sure they'll be back to see it soon.
Yeah, well, because it doesn't sound like they're too eager to put it onto a streaming service just yet, or release that. And they can say, are you watching this Oscars? #1 again in the theaters. Are you watching Oscars? So,
that would be dope. Same weekend too. Like really focus and shit. That'd be great.
Yeah, well, that would probably be good timing, actually. So I'm almost caught up there. Honestly, I hadn't watched too much anime in the last week or so because my focus has been on fan translated light novels.
Ooh.
But finishing volume 4 of Otonori Osobi, but that kind of goes into the discussion we'll talk about next week too, doesn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I'll just mention I've enjoyed it. I've not officially, but they fan translated all 7 available volumes that have been out already in Japan of that series. So, and the 8th is set for the end of
April?
End of the month.
Oh, even sooner.
Yeah, it's set for Japan at the end of the month. So something to look forward to, but I'm going to take a pause of that for now. I felt like taking a bit of a pause from it. So we'll just and start reading other stuff. I started reading the manga version of Chitose's and the Ramune Bottle. It makes me want to watch the anime. Sadly, it makes me want if I'm compelled by both, and it'll probably push me to want to buy the light novels too. But reading it in manga up, I've enjoyed the story so far. And I mentioned in the stream, I find it a very a concept that I think like the basic concept, and not being popular in high school myself, but it reminded me of one of the most popular girls when I was in high school, and I became close friends with her. I've become close friends with her in the years since. It reminded me of her, and I should tell her that because I'm still in touch with her, right? So it's a story I should tell. It's based on a conversation I had with her when we reconnected years later on Facebook. Social media can be a good thing sometimes too. It's up to you. It's up to everybody to make it good, but a lot of people don't, right? But it does have a lot of good aspects.
Don't worry, Mike. It's all gonna end very soon, and we still have to deal with it anymore.
Yeah. But when I reconnected with her, she talked in a way that made me relate and told me stories and told me thoughts that made me relate to to Chitose. So I thought of her when I started to when I started reading it. Anyway, those are the region watches. I reread the entirety of Falling for Her Secret Side, which was also on Manga Up. And I do have a translation of the light novel version of that. So maybe that's the next light novel I'm reading. Probably all 5 volumes of that. And then on the watch side, okay, I want to finish up, on the anime side, I do want to finish up Days with Her Stepsister or Days with My Stepsister because I think I'm on episode 11 now of that.
Hold on. How about this radical idea? Maybe finish Tasha arc first.
Oh yeah, before doing anything else.
It's a good ending, just for that, it's nice.
Oh, have you watched it?
Yes, no, not Days. Tasha arc.
Okay. General, aren't you?
Sorry about that.
Very good. Well, I'll quiz you on it later. So that's the watch right now, and then just other stuff going on. It's busy enough. But there you go. Anyway, that's as much as I got on the mind. How long have we been recording? Does it say? Is there a timer?
It does. There is a timer, a little over half hour. I think it's good.
Okay,
Peter.
I guess that's a good digestible listen for anybody anybody on a TTC subway, assuming it doesn't get stuck, which will probably happen when Line 5 opens up tomorrow.
I thought they delayed that again. Or did they relabel that? Is it on again or off again?
Oh, no, it's on for tomorrow. The Eglinton Crosstown LRT is graduating, finally. Albeit in a soft open for beginning tomorrow, right? So, 15 years. I guess it's
old enough to drive?
Huh?
Old enough to drive?
Well, we thought we'd get to college age, but instead it'll finish up at G1.
Not bad.
Well, unless you have money on it.
Of course.
Anyway, something to listen to while trying to get across on the Eglinton Crosstown LRT. A good half hour. Well, you'll probably only be about a third of the way there. In any event, thanks for spending the first half dozen stops with us. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below wherever if you're seeing this on YouTube, or send us a message. We'd love to hear from you on any socials at Anime Roundtable, animeroundtable.com. Look for our email address there. And if you're and while you're at it, especially if you're watching this on YouTube, give us a like. It greatly helps. And then do us one final favor and yourself one final favor. Give us a subscribe on YouTube, a follow on Twitch, or a bookmark wherever you get your podcast. That way you'll know whenever we do anything. And maybe I'll do a stream a bit later on. That's a good impulse. That's a good impulse episode, isn't it?
I believe so too. But hey, let's stop recording. How about that?